And of course, you can get a hold of the folks here at the radio station for that. So anyway, I got to talk a little bit about owning a Subaru. Well, actually, before we get into more of that, this is a funny story. I don't know if Jim Miller being on city council would have helped with this problem, but I had a funny instance happen. So let me throw this out there. Let me put it this way, right? So I rent the residence in which I live. I rent the house I have right now. I'm in the market to buy. I have been in the market before previously, but things didn't make sense with interest rates and all that. So I decided to keep renting. Well, I'm ready to buy, and I want to buy a house, and I want to buy a house with a nice garage. In fact, I always just look for garages. Whenever you're home shopping, if you're a car guy, you know the struggle. They post all the pictures of the bedrooms and the living room and the bathrooms, the mudroom, the closets, but not the garage. They don't even mention the garage. Like maybe in the description, 2-car garage. Okay, is that garage insulated? Does it have is it like a full-size 2-car garage? Is it extra deep? Can it fit a pickup truck? What is it? Does it have a big post in the middle where it would make it hard to work on cars? They don't tell you. But so I rent, and if you're watching on video, you can see I'm in the garage studio. The A86 is back there. The S2000 is over there, not running. Actually, that's not true. It does run. It just doesn't drive. Distinction there. There's a big difference. So anyway, so with that being said, I rent, and this is where all of this comes in, because I got a note on my door, and I've been at this property for 3 years, never had any issues with the rental company. And I get a note on the door that says, urgent, we need to inspect your property. This is a 24-hour notice. We will arrive and inspect your property. And I'm like, well, that's weird, out of the blue. And guess what? So what happens, this was literally yesterday, dude shows up and he knocks on the door, answer the door. He's like, hey, if anyone's in there who shouldn't be in there, get them out right now before we do the inspection. I'm giving you a heads up. I'm being nice. And I'm like, what? I'm like, hold on, backtrack. What are you talking about? He's like, all the people that live here who shouldn't be here. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, well, we did. One of our managers drove by and saw all the cars, and we're assuming that you have people living here, that you're subleasing your rooms out to people who you shouldn't be. It should just be, the official people on the lease, you on this lease. And I said, I'm not following. I'm a car guy. I got like 9 cars, but it's just me. There's 4 in the driveway. There's 2 in the street, 1 next to the driveway, 2 in the garage. Yeah. Anyway, and I give him a tour of the whole place, and he's like, oh, you're right. You just are a car guy who has more cars than friends, obviously. So, he said they were also concerned that I was harboring illegal immigrants, which I'm glad they asked first instead of just sending ICE in to kick the door down. So that also probably would have been funny. They just saw all the car parts and stuff and no one else here. So anyway, you're listening to the Automotive ADHD show. We'll be right back after the break.
This is Automotive ADHD with Matt West.
Yes, it is. So those car sounds were from Jason Cyrus, his 1956 Chevy Nomad with a 383 stroker. You gotta love a good 383 stroker. Man, that thing sounded fantastic. You can send your car sounds into my show, facebook.com/Automotive ADHD. And when you do that, you have a chance to win the Automotive ADHD key tag, the As Heard on the Automotive ADHD show sticker, as seen here on video, by the way, on the back of my laptop. And you can also win the Automotive ADHD care package, which includes all of that and some other random goodies, hopefully some things that you'll find useful. Last time I sent out a bunch of 10 millimeter socket sets. Yeah, just 10s. They're literally just 10 millimeters in there. I saved one for myself, but I lost it already. It just disappeared. So, by the way, PSA, it's really easy to lose 10 millimeter sockets. If you've ever seen the 10 millimeter socket keychain, it's like a little keychain. It's a socket on a little ring, and then you put it on your keychain as a spare. Don't get that. You'll lose your keys, obviously. The entire set of keys will just go missing. So anyway, now I was mentioning, by the way, my problems with house shopping as a car guy. And it can be challenging. It can be challenging to find the right place. Obviously, realtors aren't, prioritizing garages or anything useful like that. I mean, I'm really buying the house just for the garage. I'll be real. I'm just buying it for the garage. Like the rest of it, I don't care about that. I can sleep in the garage. It's fine. If it has a bathroom, that's good. That way, you don't have to go outside or whatever, especially when it's cold. But anyway, so I did want to throw this out there because I was thinking of this during the break. If you are a realtor in Colorado Springs, I'm in the market for a house. I'm going to work on getting all the financing pre-approved. We're going to get that all knocked out and done. That way you can just go find a house, okay? And if you are a realtor in Colorado Springs, let's work out a deal. Let's do a little bit of a sponsorship on my show. Let's get you some airtime here, and in exchange, maybe you can help me find a house that has a decent garage. Probably won't be hard because I don't really care